Hey there, Pile One. This is your pick a card reading. Welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle, and we're going to be looking at some good news coming your way within the next 3 to 6 months, and I'll see if maybe the reading might be able to narrow down some of that timing for you. So here is what we're going to find out, what the main theme of what this good news is going to be about, what area of life it may possibly be impacting. This represents green ocean jasper, which is for the heart chakra. And we've got connection, Father Divine and Mother Earth make love in your heart. Wow. Okay, so you're going to have some good news regarding issues of the heart. So, good news regarding a relationship, good news regarding some kind of a connection, and we'll find out what connection this might be, whether it's a romantic connection, are you going to be meeting a soulmate, a romantic partner, making new friends, maybe a connection as far as business might go, but it's definitely going to be a connection with involving a person or people, okay? Because heart chakra is all about relationships with self, relationships with other people, relationships with the divine. So it could also be a connection with, your higher self, a spiritual connection. Let's find out. Let's kind of get an idea of where this connection is going to be taking place. Let's see, we've got Saturn return, first quarter, moon, and then we also have the conjunction. So there may be a relationship, Pile One, that has been either wrapping up or going through difficult phases. We'll talk about that. A Saturn return is all about, like it says here, paying your dues, receiving wake-up calls, clearing up the past, facing the truth, stripping down lies and deception and stuff like that. And so there may have been a relationship or a connection in your life up to this point that has undergone some kind of a difficult transformation, like maybe the mask came off. That may have been causing you to feel confused, upset, disappointed, and possibly something that has caused you to really kind of turn inwards. Like maybe you realized obviously this connection, is causing you a lot more pain than it is pleasure or happiness, and maybe forcing you inside of yourself to really look at your shadows. This might be indicative of a pattern that you may have been experiencing as far as your connections go, Pile One. And so it may have caused you to really look at your part in attracting these kinds of connections with people. I do feel also that you're in a phase though with this healing where you're able to find the message in the mess, the gift in the confusion or the heartache or something like that. Like you're finding a sense of empowerment, like you've been able to realize, that it is a pattern, that it is something that it's something that you can stop. You can put a stop to this pattern. And you're really in a spot where you're really in a place where you're coming to a place where you're really kind of withdrawing your energy from this connection or these kinds of connections in order to heal yourself, like a deep soul level healing. Because you realize, you know, once you heal, you're going to be able to attract. Okay, so it's all about self-love. This empowerment is all about self-love, learning who you are, what your values are, what your strengths are, learning what you have to bring to the table. You may have had a problem with that in the past, pile one, not really realizing what your self-worth is, not realizing how uniquely incredible you are, how amazing you are. And so you're either in the space or you're coming into the space of learning this about yourself. Learning about yourself, what makes you worthy of love. And you're probably even coming to the space of realizing that your worthiness of love has nothing to do with the amount of money you make, with, you know, what you look like. It has nothing to do with your ability to, you know, it has nothing to do with what your career title might be. It has nothing to do with whatever degrees you may hold, you know, educational degrees. And you're coming to a space, you're either in a space or you're going to come into a space, pile one, where you're going to realize you're worthy of love because you are love. And that your worth comes from just standing in the authenticity of who you are and knowing that there is no one on the planet like you. No one can bring to the table what you can bring to the table. And if you're not sure what those things are yet, pile one, you're coming into that space, okay? So there's a lot of healing going on within your heart space in regards to relationships. I'm not picking up right now, like relationships in general, because this kind of pain, these kinds of wounds, they affect every single area of relationships, you know, family relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, business relationships, your relationships with people in general. Okay, so let's find out. Got a really gnarly thunderstorm happening. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's get some more information about this good news that is coming. What good news is coming for pile one in regards to their connections? Good news for pile one. What good news is coming for pile one? Talk to me, pile one. What good news is coming for you? All right, let's see what we got here. We've got, all right, the Chariot. We have the King of Wands. The Ten of Cups reversed. Okay, honestly, I need to put these upright because I flipped them in a way I wasn't supposed to, so these need to go like that. Okay. So this good news is going to be coming quite quickly. There could be some travel, pile one, involved possibly. And it's definitely, whatever this news is, it's really going to make you feel like the missing piece is finally there. There may have been some issues with school or work related stuff going on. Definitely work related or school related vibes here. There may have been some disharmony within work and or school relationships, whether that's like a teacher or coworkers, you know, fellow students, something like that, or a group of students you may have been in, or a group, you know, a group of coworkers you may have been in. Or this could be too, someone that you've come together with, somebody that you partnered with to work on a project together. There may have been some kind of a misunderstanding. There may have been a misalignment of a vision within this group or this partnership that has caused, you know, some dissension in your life. It may have even made you feel like you were thrown off track. And whatever this partnership or this relationship is about, like this work-related relationship or school-related relationship, or it could even just be something you were working on with, you know, a romantic partner or a friend, some kind of a project. Not like a huge project, but there was some kind of a misunderstanding. There was a communication, possibly a misalignment in goals or vision, and it caused either, like, you know, this project or this thing that you were working on together to completely stop, maybe pause, some delays, and really unsure about how things were going to move forward. So there is going to be some good news coming within the next 3 to 6 months that's going to clear some of that up, and it's really going to leave you feeling just very heart happy, like finally very heart happy, joyous. It's gonna leave you feeling like, you know, the heavens are shining down upon you. Really good news. Let's get some clarification on this King of Wands, please. The Queen of Cups. All right, so this might actually be talking about, you know, you and the other person that this connection is about. Okay, so this connection is going to be involving someone with a masculine energy. Doesn't necessarily have to be male. You know, it doesn't have to be a male, but it's somebody whose energy feels very masculine. This could very well be a romantic relationship. For most of you, I do feel that's the case. There must have been something that the two of you were working on achieving together, and there was just miscommunication. There could have even been a breakup, a parting of ways, for those of you where this is about a romantic connection of, yeah, so the good news is coming that there is going to be a reconciliation. Whatever this misunderstanding, it's going to be ironed out. Things are going to be put back right again. And if this is involving a kind of a project, like that project is going to be underway again. Like either that or something a new project is going to be undertaken with the new understanding that the two of you were able to achieve together. All right, let's see. Let's get more information about this news. Pile 1. Yeah, I do feel like the masculine energy person in this reading is just, they're very creative, they're very passionate, very motivated, very not afraid to take risks, able to make decisions fairly quickly or move. They're very able, they don't take long at all to make, you know, like once they made the decision, they immediately take action. That may have been a lot of where the dissension came with this person, pile one, is because you may have been, you know, still not ready to, like, they made their mind up and you hadn't made your mind up. And so they made their mind up and they decided they were going to take action and go with what they wanted. You hadn't yet made your mind up and you kind of felt like left out somehow. You were left out. But they didn't do it with any malicious intent. That's just how this person is. I mean, coming through as the King of Wands, this person is very mature in their views of of their responsibility. They're very responsible with their decisions and their actions, and they take their responsibilities very, very seriously. And so it was just once they, you know, they don't need a lot of time. They have the ability to see things in the split of a moment. And the only thing, and like if they did do something to you, pile one, like where they didn't discuss with you first what they were going to do, it was probably just because it was a spur of the moment thing. I don't feel like it was done out of outright disrespect. They honestly probably thought that you would agree with them in what they were doing. And maybe that's where like the miscommunication or the mishap happened, because they misread you in that way. Rather than getting your input about the situation, they just kind of ran off with it and did what they thought was best, and they just figured without communicating with you that you would agree in some form. All right, let's get, here we've got, let's see, compassion. We got boundaries. We're going to get one more, pile one. One more card for pile one. And then lighten your load. Okay. And that's what this person really is wanting to do. This person with the masculine energy, this King of Wands person, I have a feeling like even if it's not a romantic partner, they really just have this provider instinct. They just want to do right by you. They want to take care of you. They want to make sure that, you know, everything is okay with you. And this was just kind of like one of those things where, I mean, you know, they should have talked to you first, and they know that now. They definitely know that now. But really all they were wanting to do was just, they were wanting to help you. Maybe you've been going through something, pile one, where you've been feeling overwhelmed, you've been feeling like you've got too much on your plate, and they felt that, you know, they knew what they were doing. They saw the entire picture in a split second. And they erroneously, or maybe you even do agree, but it just made you upset that they pulled the trigger without first asking you. You know, and their intention was actually good. I mean, they figured that you would be on board with it, and so they didn't want to overwhelm you with, you know, more things to talk about, more things to consider. They didn't want to put more stuff on your plate, and so that's why they did what they did. And they're realizing boundaries. And so, you know, they're seeing now that it doesn't matter what they think, even if, you know, they think that they're helping you out. They realize now what your boundary is. And pile one, You know, this is also letting you know that it's okay to enforce the boundary. Like, you're in the right in this situation. You're right to feel the way that you feel about it, even if their intentions are good. And your higher self is telling you, pile one, to, you know, look at this situation with some compassion. See where their heart was at when this thing was going down, when this miscommunication or this misalignment in vision happened. I feel like they're in the process of making it right somehow, though, for you, pile one. Yeah, they're in the process of righting whatever wrong happened here. Okay. Let's see. Let's get some information. What advice do you have for pile one? Pile one, what advice do you have regarding the situation? Thank you, thank you. Okay. Yeah, there's some kind of this partnership that you have with this person feels very committed. Feels very committed. And it's okay, because if you feel like there's been some kind of a break in communication with the two of you, or there's something that's going on where like the bridge between you two has somehow been severely obstructed or maybe even damaged, this person is going to do what they can to make sure that they're going to be able to bridge that gap again, because they really thought they were doing the right thing. Even if they left the relationship and that was the misalignment, even if they bailed out on what the two of you were building together, I'm also feeling like this person, whatever this thing was, if it was a relationship that was left, this person was just going through a heavy, heavy time in their life. Maybe even a little bit of an identity crisis or an existential crisis. I mean, Saturn returns are, you know, when we go through Saturn returns every 28, 29 years. And they can be life-altering. They can be very life-altering. And so, you know, whatever happened between the two of you guys, it's like, or within this partnership, it was just one of those things where the two of your guys' vision was misaligned, but it wasn't meant to completely sever this partnership or this relationship. And this person may be hiding from you. Like, they may have a hard time communicating their feelings with you. Yeah, because the King of Wands energy, this is fire energy. So fire energy is going to be like Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. And then the Queen of Cups, that's, you know, so fire energy, this person could have you know, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in their big three. You know, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, possibly Mercury and Venus. or just, could have fire dominant in their chart. And then the Queen of Cups is, water energy. So Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. And these elements are already opposed. So it can be very difficult for the King of Wands, for Wands energy and Cup energy to kind of coexist. It takes some time for this kind of a relationship, to iron out the bugs, just because fundamentally and fundamentally these two energies are just, they're different. The way that I see it and the way that I can explain it is, water puts fire out. But that doesn't mean that, this relationship or this partnership can't last. It just means that there's a lot of, work that needs to be done within this partnership. And this is where the heart chakra in this connection and living from your heart space really comes in, because it doesn't matter how different these energies are or how opposing they are. If you're showing up in this connection or this partnership with, unconditional love, and you're trying to see things from their point of view, and you're having compassion while also instilling boundaries, you can make any kind of relationship work. It's just being able to really show up in a way that lets this other person know, I see you, I understand you. It's, all about communication, letting them know what the boundaries are, and understanding that this person might have a hard time remembering not to pull the trigger. That's just part of who they are. Especially with the King energy. Kings are, they're very wise. They're very, so what I mean by wise is when they are considering something for the betterment of the partnership or their family or their business, the betterment of whomever they feel responsible for, because they are so quick at feeling things out. Because Wands energy is very creative energy, manifesting energy. These people are power manifestors, and so they just have this knowing that they just know what the right thing to do is. They know what the right path to take is. They know, which decision is the best one, and they know it quickly. And so, it's just understanding that that's where this person is coming from. And of course, they have some, they have to look at you and accept you and understand you on the flip side as well. Understanding and realizing they need to slow down a little bit and communicate more, and, let the other person know what's going on in this connection or this partnership or this project. Okay? And I do feel they want to do that. They realize, they didn't have any malicious intent. They realize what the error of what they did, and they're wanting to work on that with you. They really want to work on that with you. And so with this person being such a fiery energy, they may be very passionate about what they what they know they feel about. But as far as the kind of passion that fire energy is about is different than the passion that emotion, water energy is about. Water energy is very emotional. Wand energy is very creative, manifesting, birthing type of energy. And so when it comes to relationships, fire energy may have a very hard time, or maybe even overly so. But with the moon here, there is some kind of hidden element that if it were to come to light, it could actually bridge. Not like, maybe that's what it's talking about. So there's some kind of there's something hidden or suppressed that maybe has yet to be communicated, where this information, once it is known and brought out to the light, is going to bridge whatever gap was created between the two of you. Yeah, so maybe there's some kind of information this could actually be talking about an engagement, pile 1. If this is in regards to a romantic connection, if it's not a romantic connection, there's some kind of a something formal in the works where this is a long-term thing. Like if it was a short-term project or a short-term, temporary, something temporary or short-term that it started out with, it's going to become, or I should say the good news, the opportunity is going to come to make it official. Okay? All right, let's pull a few more cards, pile 1. We're going to find out what you can do. If there's any advice to take, like actions you can take to make the best of this news that is coming in. Got Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. So whatever is blocking this connection, whatever you might be holding on to or maybe not forgiving, it's time to let that go. That energy could definitely block this good news from coming in. It could block it or at least delay it. So if you want this good news to come in faster, you're going to show up a lot more, like your energy is going to be so much more appealing and loving and attractive to this person. I'm not saying physically, although when your energy is good, I mean, that really does translate onto your physical as well. So, if you're harboring any kind of resentment, bitterness, disappointment, just any kind of unforgiveness, it's really time to let that go. And once that's completely, let go of and you're able to move forward, and with that thing completely in the past, this news could possibly come in quicker. Of course, it's not, if you're not harboring this energy, obviously there won't be any arguments around it anymore. And even if you're not arguing about it, that energy shows up. You show up in that energy. You might be more closed off. You might be more hesitant to make the connection, or to, you might have your guard up or your walls up. And this person can feel that. They can feel that energy because they are connected to you in that way. And so if you let that go, if you let your guard back down, you see where this person is coming from, and, allow them to help you trust them again in whatever capacity that might be, this person is really going to feel that, and it's going to really make them want to make this news come through quicker. Next we have Rabbit Spirit. Now is a lucky time. Rabbits are also indicative of fertility, so there could be news of a child on the way. If that's not something you want, pile 1, just make sure you protect yourself. Otherwise, whatever the two of you partake in, whatever endeavors the two of you trigger off or start, yeah, luck is on your side. Good outcomes are imminent. Let's get one more card for pile 1. Alright. We have the Dragonfly Spirit. Truth transcends illusion. Yes, okay. So if whatever happened between you and the King of Wands person caused you to look at this person and or the partnership or relationship in a certain way, it may have disillusioned you about the reality of the situation, and it shouldn't. just realizing like there was an energy that came into play here that was very disruptive, but it was temporary, and it wasn't it wasn't their fault, it wasn't your fault, it just was. And this person didn't quite handle it the best way that they should have. Okay, it didn't mean anything. If it didn't mean anything in relation to what they felt you were capable of, what they felt you were worth, or anything like that, it was really just kind of it was just a mistake that they made. And they realized that mistake, and then, you know, they've learned their lesson, and they're wanting to move forward from this, whatever this is. Okay? Yeah, and so it's like, if you're questioning the connection that you have with this person, you really don't need to. You know, let that go, and let your faith and your hope in this connection be restored, because this person really is going to show up and show out for you in a way where you're really going to be thankful for it. And look here, this is what the universe, the energy that the universe is wanting to come through and support you with. Release, which is another way of saying to let go. Release. Okay, because you've got some really, really good news coming your way, pile one. Really, really good news. So the basic gist of this is in the realm of connection, which is in the realm of relationships. There's some kind of something that was once temporary is going to be made official. Okay, or something that, you know what I mean. And so, official in whatever terms it means for you. If it's a business or a partnership, you know, if it's a relationship, there could be a possible engagement and or marriage coming, or, you know, they might ask you to move in with them, something of that nature. So there is something regarding your relationship with someone or your partnership with someone where it's going to be made official. Okay, and all you really have to do, pile one, is just allow this person to make it up to you. Understand and realize that what happened between the two of you is not indicative at all as to how this person, what they think and how they feel about you. And it may have tested the connection, but you know, I mean, lessons and tests are there for a reason. This person's learned their lesson. They see and they honor your boundaries, and they want to make it up to you, and they want to move forward, and they want to make progress in this connection in whatever capacity it holds. Okay. All right, pile one, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it brought you clarity. Anything that you were needing healing, if that's what you were needing. If you enjoyed this reading, please do me a favor and smash that like button. And if you feel led to do so, comment, share, and subscribe. I honor your guys' time and your feedback, and I look forward to reading again for you very soon. Talk to you later, pile one. Hi, pile two. This is Michelle. Welcome to my channel. And if you picked this card, we're going to be looking at what good news is coming your way in the next 3 to 6 months. Okay. And this is a timeless reading, so this, 3 to 6 months from the time you're watching this video. And let's see, so this card here is going to give us kind of a general theme or a direction where that this good news is going to be hitting on. Okay, so here we've got the solar plexus chakra represented by the stone amber, and it's all about fearlessness, turning your warrior into a warrior. I'll put that back up there so you can see it, because I don't know, my Midwestern accent just, there you go. All right, so let's get some more information on that, because right now it's a little bit vague. Let's look at, we'll get some direction as to what that means. All right, what is this fearlessness in regards to, as far as this good news coming in for pile two? Talk to me, pile two. Tell me about this good news that is coming in. Something is coming in that is definitely going to put your mind and your anxieties at ease. There may be some kind of outstanding situation that's been up in the air for a while. That some missing components, missing answers, something you weren't quite sure, like what the next step was going to be, or you're missing some information. So whatever this news is, it's going to come in to fill in the gap. Let me turn this light on because I just realized. Here we go. Okay. All right. Something possibly involving your home situation. Let's get some more information. Or it could be involving somebody with Cancer placements in their astrological chart. Okay, let's get a couple more. Now, there was some kind of a dramatic and a pretty big shift, either in a really important relationship, in your home life, in your family life, and it could be all of the above. Cancer energy is all about home, family, all about really deep-rooted feelings. Could be a birth announcement. And maybe some information came through, like maybe you got some bad news about something that really threw things in your life for a loop. Lunar eclipses are indicative of endings. So if some bad news was communicated to you, or if you found something out, some kind of information that really just messed with a key, either a key structural relationship in your life, pile 2, and or, something having to do with your home life, there's going to be some good news coming in that's going to be putting your fears at ease. And a new beginning. Yeah, see, like the air element talks about aloofness, and so that's kind of, for me, means there's kind of like a feeling of instability here, and even finances are coming through. So whatever happened between you and either a family member or a close relationship, or, maybe it has something to do with your living situation, or all of the above, really impacted your finances in a way. And that can be especially true if it's like the dissolving of a relationship, and this was somebody that you were living with, and now all of a sudden, where there was multiple incomes to provide for the household, now there's only yours. Yeah, so very much picking on a sense of anxiety, not knowing how you're going to do this, if you can even do this, not knowing which way to go. But the good news is coming that's going to be able to put all of your fears and your ease to rest, or your fears and your anxieties to rest. All right, let's get some more information about this good news. Pile 2, talk to me about your good news. What good news is coming in for you? we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. We got the Nine of Wands. Yeah, you've taken a beating. May have even gone through like a dark night of the soul type of situation, caused you to question everything. We got the Temperance in reverse coming out. There is some good news coming through, though. I can already see pile. Well, obviously that's what this is about, but I mean, this is talking about, you know, the cards are reflecting some good news. All right, we also have the Ten of Wands in reverse, the Three of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Star in reverse. Okay, so a lot of blocked energy, a lot of, yeah, a lot of struggle, a lot of overwhelm, a lot of strife, not knowing what's going to happen. Something that felt stable at one point was thrown off balance, and your hopes were dashed. And this left you feeling very powerless at one point, but that energy is passing. If you're still feeling powerless, that energy is now passing. Even though, like, this feels like an uphill battle, there is victory for you. And granted, you're gonna, it's gonna, like, you're gonna come out with some bruises and some scratches and some scars. Not physically, hopefully. Mentally, emotionally, definitely. But you are still going to come out on top. You're still gonna have the victory. You're still gonna be the one. Like this says, you know, something's going to come through, some kind of information, some news is going to come through that is really going to put all of this into perspective and put your fears at ease. Okay, your hope's going to be restored, your clarity, you know, things are going to be very clear on which way you need to go. You know, you're not going to have that overwhelming sense of feeling overburdened for no reason. And I don't want to say no reason, but like having to, like, you're taking on way too much that you're not sure you're capable of handling on your own. And, you know, as dark as things may have seemed up to this point, pile 2, the sun is going to shine again. You are going to feel a sense of hope again. Balance is going to be restored again. You are going to get the victory, and you're not going to be feeling as overwhelmed as you either have been feeling or you think you're going to feel. Like, what's really coming through is the situation isn't going to end up as bad as you think it is. Like, whatever your worst fears are about this situation, those aren't going to happen. Okay, so the good news is coming through to basically let you know, like, whatever your worst fears are about this situation, that's not going to be the case. In fact, everything's going to be okay. Okay? Let's see. Nice. Courage. All right. Well, I'm getting some more information for you. And that just popped out. Look at that lion. Having the courage of a lion. Okay, dreams. Let's get one more for pile 2, please. If you're feeling devastated, pile 2, yeah, good things are coming. You're not going to be feeling that way for very much longer. There may be some residual pain or fears or doubts left over, but this good news is going to be really good news, and it's really going to put a whole new spin and perspective on things, and you're really going to realize, like, look at this. I mean, all this down here is just, it's in stark contrast with what this is. Like, you're feeling caged in, but you're going to realize that you're mainly being caged in by your own fears, your own mind, your own perception. What you dream of, like, it's like you have permission to dream big, and you have and to have the courage to really face what's going on, because things are going to turn out for the better. You can still, regardless of what happened in this situation, you can still have the life that you've always dreamed of. I don't know why pile 2, but okay, some of you, this is definitely regarding like a pregnancy. A pregnancy or the dissolution of a marriage or a relationship, and or both. Okay? Of course, if that is not the case for you, just apply this message where it fits. But the overall theme of this is like whatever happened in this situation that's leaving you feeling scared, powerless, hopeless, devastated, unstable, insecure, overwhelmed, overpowered even, confused, like you lost all hope. This what's largely, it's your perception about what's going on in this situation that is causing you to feel that way. Because the reality of it is you're going to receive some news that's going to show you that it's not as bad as it seems. Okay, and really, look at this. Like, I love this. Courage, dreams, and freedom. This is telling you, you know, have the courage to face what happened, to put it in its proper perspective. And because not only are you going to be able to be free from all of that heaviness, free from that burden, free from that sense of desperation, free from all of that, you are going to have some kind of a victory in this. And you're going to be free from all of that. Whatever happened here doesn't have to destroy the dreams that you have. Not at all. Okay? Let's get some more cards. Let's get... These cards are kind of hard to shuffle, but they give good advice. Moving forward for pile 1, we have Rabbit Spirit. Now is a lucky time. Okay, very much Jupiter energy coming through. Luck is on your side. Whatever it is, so this is very important for you to really try to look at things in a more constructive manner. This, I know the energy feels like a tower moment, but really this is not a tower situation. It really is temporary. It feels permanent, but it's not. You're going to be able to get back on your feet again, pile 2, very quickly, whether that's financially, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, or all of the above, okay? We've got Grasshopper Spirit taking a leap of faith. Yep. That's where that courage comes in. Well, courage, dreams, and the courage and dreams. Like, you still have to have the courage to dream. We also have the Beaver Spirit. I just was talking about the Tower card. The Tower card is all about demolishing existing structures, including the foundation, and this Beaver Spirit's telling you to lay a solid foundation. That's what you have the ability to do now. That's one of the highlights of the situation that happened. You're now like ground zero, and now you have the ability to see where you may have like what you may have done to help the foundation of what was existing to be faulty, and now you have like the what do they call that? You got the 2020 hindsight vision to relay the foundation in a way where this situation doesn't have to happen to you again. And now we've got Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. Let's get one more card. Your higher self is really wanting to let you know, as hard and as difficult as this situation was and or is for you, not only is your higher self saying that not everything is lost, everything is not lost, you're actually going to gain more from the ending of this situation than you would have had you stayed in it. And you're going to see that as time goes on. You are really, like, you're going to see that. I need one more card for pile 2, please. All right, Stag Spirit, take the lead. So, you're being called to action. You're being called to pull the trigger. It's like you know what the next step needs to be, but you may have a lot of fear and anxiety tied to taking that next step, but your higher self is telling you it's time. That's where the courage part comes in, the courage and faith. There's a lot of information here, a lot of guidance here talking about courage and faith and dreaming big and taking action. And letting you know that the universe is on your side. Luck is on your side. So it's okay to take action, even if you still feel scared, you still feel afraid, you still feel anxiety and worry. It's okay to take action while you're still feeling that way. Okay? Just have faith. Know that time and luck is on your side. And you're being divinely guided to move forward, to go ahead and move forward. Even if you don't know, you know what the next step is going to be. You may not know where your destination is, like the ultimate destination is at this time, but don't worry about that. That will be revealed to you over time. You just need to take the next step, whatever that may be. All right, pile 2, I've got one more message for you, and then that will conclude our reading. So this is what the universe is wanting to bring forth for you. This is knowledge, okay? And so grounded knowledge, though. If there is some information for you that is missing at this point in time, something is going to come through that is going to be able to bridge that gap for you, to put your mind and your fear and your anxieties at ease, okay? The universe really wants you to be able to move forward with your eyes wide open. Even if it's just letting you know, okay, letting you know indefinitely what the next step needs to be. You're not going to have to necessarily move forward in blind faith. I don't feel like that's what this is. It's like the universe is letting you know. You're just kind of having fears and anxieties around your ability to like maintain it, basically. But you can. The universe is coming through to provide you with whatever you need to be able to really close up this chapter in your life so that you can move forward uninhibited. All right, pile 2, those were your messages. I hope they brought you clarity. I hope it brought you healing, if that's what you were needing. I definitely hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, pile 2, do me a favor and smash that like button for me. And like, comment, and subscribe. Or I should say comment, share, and subscribe if you feel led to do so. I definitely feel honored that you're spending your time with me. And I look forward to your guys' feedback, and I'll be reading again for you very soon. Talk to you later, pile 2. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose these 2 cards, and yes, 2 popped out for you. So if you chose these 2 couple of cards, this is going to be your reading, and we're going to be looking at any good news that's coming your way within the next 3 to 6 months, okay? And so what these 2 cards are going to give us a feel for is what area in life or what kind of flavor this news will impact, okay? So first we got rose quartz, heart chakra energy coming through. So this is all about self-love, and it says you can only love others as much as you love yourself. And then we also have solar plexus energy coming through with Mookaite. Shine. It says you are made of stardust, so keep sparkling. Sweet. So If you've been going through something lately, pile 1, that's really kind of caused you to question your own self-worth or your own ability, not only just your self-worth, but your ability to create and manifest the life that you want, or just your sense of being able to make things happen. Some news is going to be coming through pretty soon, within the next 3 to 6 months, pile 3, that is going to be putting that to ease, really kind of solidifying within you your, exactly where you stand in terms of your ability to, good news, the good news about your ability to manifest and create the life that you want, and just how empowered you are and how much power you have, okay? Something really is definitely going to come through too that's going to add to your sense of self-love, okay? Let's get some more information about this good news, please. Pile 3, talk to me about this good news. I love that it says you are made of stardust, so keep sparkling. Yeah. 3 cards, please, for pile 3. Deck. We're not getting any flippers. All right, we got the square, the blood moon, and the new moon. Okay, so definitely feels like there's some power struggles going on recently. Really, yes, causing you to question your ability to make things happen, making you question your sense of worthiness, your worthiness to be loved. Definitely an ending, but there's an ending here, but there's a new beginning right on the heels. So something happened, something ended here. You were at odds with somebody. Great odds with somebody. Power struggles, confrontation, unmet demands, feeling restricted. And this happened very unexpectedly. Yeah. And the good news that is coming is really something that the universe is going to be dropping into your lap. Like, it's going to be unexpected. So the ending was unexpected, but the new beginning that's coming is very unexpected too. Like, it feels like whatever this ending was, like that was just dropped in your lap. But at the same time, the universe is going to drop something in your lap where, it's going to restore your sense of self-empowerment. You're going to be feeling very empowered after this, and it is going to add to your sense of self-love. So let's get some more information. So if you're having a hard time really wondering or seeing, like if you're feeling very much in the dark right now, you're feeling very restricted and at odds with the universe, or just at odds with life in general, something is going to be dropping into your lap very soon that is going to really clear things up for you. And you know what? You may have several things dropping into your lap. You may have a lot of options to choose from, pile 3. Wow. This could have been the ending of a very karmic situation too. So karmic situations, whether they be, if this is in regards to a relationship, those usually never end well. but with karmic relationships though, if you learn the lesson, You don't engage in a lot of continuous self-sabotaging behavior, and you allow yourself to heal and move on. You don't ever have to repeat those lessons again. And then you can move on and make progress, and what you can achieve can be much more to your benefit and in your highest good than it had you stayed in, and then had that situation continued, or had you stayed in that situation. Let's get one more for pile 3, please. Okay, or 2 more. All right. Yeah. Okay, so we definitely have some masculine energy coming through. It doesn't necessarily have to be a man, but somebody with masculine dominant energy. Someone who is possibly abusive, whether it's physically, you know, probably more mentally and emotionally than anything. Very sharp with their tongue. Probably flew off the handle too when it came, like if they got very angry. Like this person did not know how to handle emotion at all. Not at all. But this news is going to come through. Like, I really feel like you've probably been spending quite a few like sleepless nights, just kind of just confused. Not knowing what to think, just trying to sort things out in your mind and in your heart about what happened in this situation, and looking for a sense of peace and not being able to find it, which is that's common and very normal in these types of situations, pile 3. The good news that's coming is, and it's going to be coming in fairly quickly. Whatever was made hidden to you at this point is going to be very much brought out into the light. And this person or this situation really was kind of blocking you from being able to experience the beauty of being able to connect with yourself. Like, this person had you probably doubting, very much doubting your sense of self-worth and your sense of self-empowerment, like what you were capable of achieving and producing. And you're going to regain that. You're really going to regain your sense of self-empowerment and your sense of self-worth with this person out of the picture. Of course, you know, there's some grieving time, and you know, there's the regular kinds of emotions that come up whenever any form of loss is experienced. But the good news is coming in. Not only is it going to be one thing, it's going to be several things. You're going to have several options to choose from. And it may even be that, you know, whatever these options are, you don't have to choose just one. You may have the ability to choose multiple. Multiple. All right. Let's get some more info for pile 3. No more dark night of the soul, pile 3. Definitely some good news is coming in for you. You're not going to be feeling as restricted, certainly after this good news comes in. You're going to be able to not only make the decision, like, you know, whenever this good news comes in and you're given the opportunity to choose from multiple different solutions and or options, you're going to be able to experience the result of that news or put those options into play very, very quickly. This may even be indicating a move, a permanent move. Of some kind. It doesn't have to be moving from, you know, one place, one house to the next house, or one town to the next town. It could be moving jobs, moving relationships, moving, you know, from one house to the next. It could indicate that as well. Some kind of a relocation. Okay. Oh. All right, so we got beauty, we have justice, and then we have dreams. You're going to be seeing in color, seeing and feeling in color again, pile 3. And you're definitely going to be feeling like this. The news that is coming is really going to make you feel like justice is served. Like the universe is fair. I do see a lot of self-care. Like you're really going to, like maybe quite possibly in whatever situation this reading or these messages are pointing to, you may have spent a lot of your energy, more than needed to be, tending to this situation, trying to keep this situation intact. And now that this situation is gone, you're going to be able to focus the energy that you were spending on that person, on that relationship, or on that situation, focusing it back on yourself and getting yourself, and maybe even your physical appearance back where it needs to be. But this is also talking about, you know, seeing the beauty after justice is served. And so it's almost like your faith in the universe and how it works is going to be restored again. And you're also going to see that your dreams, you know, you can still follow your dreams. It may have felt like your dreams were shattered when this situation happened, but this good news coming in is going to give you a whole brand new dream that's going to be so much more self-empowering, so much more nourishing when it comes to loving yourself. And it's going to like really amp up and give you more of the desire to learn how to love yourself. Right? All right, let's see. Let's get some more cards for pile 3. Talk to me, pile 3. Pile 3, talk to me, please. Some throat chakra issues are coming through. You may have a really hard time speaking up and speaking out. Here we've got the mouse spirit, tend to small things. And I really feel like this is connected to this self-care, tending to small things. Like, you know, you may have neglected, you know, going to the dentist, or neglected going to the gym, or, you know, drinking, you know, water every day, or even taking showers, you know. And that's what happens when you're in a situation that is very draining for you, especially if you're in the mode of being depressed. And if you've been in any kind of if this situation is indicative of an abusive situation, it can get to a point, pile 3, where all you can really do or hope to do is just get out of bed every day and survive. And so, you know, you're really going to be getting back into taking care of yourself first, and basically reparenting yourself. And you are going to see yourself as very beautiful, if not physically. And I really do feel like you're going to see your physical body as, your physical self as beautiful, no matter what. You are really going to fall in love with yourself. All right, let's get some more. We got the dragonfly spirit talking about truth transcends illusions. We also have Spider Spirit, making your dreams real. Yes. Oh, I love that. Confirmation. Let's get 2 more cards for pile 3, please. We have White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. And I just heard to tell you that you are the magic. Oh, actually, I need to get 2 more cards. Okay, let's get one more card. One more card. Trust in the magic, pile 3. Be spirit, sweet results await. Yes, the good news is going to feel so good. It really is going to feel so good. It's going to put everything back into perspective. It really is going to show you that regardless of what happens to you, you have the ability to bounce back very, very quickly. Very quickly. And that you have the ability to restore what was lost to you. Not only restore it, but to gain more than what you would have been able to had you stayed in this situation. And as far as the truth transcending illusion, that just goes back to what happened in the situation that made you believe false truths about yourself, the lies about yourself. Lies that you're not worthy, you're not capable, you're not able. If they told you, nobody would ever want you. If this is related to like a work situation, just apply those messages as, you know, as you see fit. Let's see. All right, let's get one more card for pile 3. We got deep healing. Yes. Deep healing. Deep healing coming through, especially to that heart space, to your heart space and your sense of self-empowerment, that solar chakra, solar plexus chakra space. Deep, deep healing. Anything that was any kind of a negative attachment that may still remain, that's going to be severed. Completely, because you're going to be able to put things in perspective and see them as they really were. Like, you're finally going to be able to, like, okay, I can move on, you know, I can sever ties and move on and not look back again. And I just feel like the universe is just wanting to shower, if you will accept it, this energy over you that is completely going to cleanse your mind and your body and your heart of any kind of heavy, heavy negative emotions that may have resulted from this situation. Like soothing your mind, soothing your emotions, and even soothing your body. The universe is really wanting to come through because this does feel like a karmic connection. Like whatever the situation is, it feels like a karmic connection, whether the connection was romantic, whether it's a friendship or a business related connection. It feels karmic, like it's something that was spilled over from something in a past life. And it caused a lot of your existing issues to really be amplified and blown out of the water. And so the universe is wanting to come through and kind of soothe whatever void you feel was left from this situation finally ending, so that you can move forward and live the life and walk the path that you were meant to walk. And this situation was part of that path. And you will find out what path that is and why that is, you know, as time goes on, pile 3. Everything will be put into perspective, especially once, like, this good news that's coming through. That's like the first stepping stone. It really is going to be putting things into all kinds of perspective for you in a very good, a very empowering, a very healing way. All right, pile 3, those were your messages. I hope they brought you clarity. I hope they brought you healing. And I definitely hope that you enjoyed your reading. And if you did, please do me a favor and smash that like button. Comment, share, subscribe if you feel led to do so. I honor the time that you spend with me. I look forward to your feedback, and I will be reading again for you very soon. Take care, pile 3. Hi, pile 4. If you chose this card, looks like rhodonite, then this is going to be your reading. And what we're going to be looking at is the good news, any kind of good news that's going to be coming your way within the next 3 to 6 months, okay? And what we're going to find out here is kind of the general idea, the general theme or flavor that this good news is going to impact or have its influence in. We've got, yep, rhodonite with the heart chakra. So this is, the good news is going to be concerning areas of love. And it says here that love is a verb, so make it your most treasured action. So the good news that is coming in is going to really make you feel a sense of connection with somebody, possibly a connection with yourself. It's going to make you feel very loved, very cherished, very valued. Whether that's going to be coming from a love relationship, a business relationship, a friendship, or family, we'll see if we can figure that out, okay? Let's get some more information about this good news, please. Pile 4. Talk to me, pile 4, about this good news coming in. All right, we've got the water element, got a supermoon, Libra, and the 8th house. Okay. This definitely has the feel of, like, you know, a romantic relationship to it, a long-term relationship, possibly a marriage for those of you that are married. It's like you're going through a period in your life where all that's not serving you and your highest good or your path in this life is being cut out. A lot of shadow work being triggered, a lot of your triggers being triggered. It's a very intense feeling because we got Scorpio energy coming through. We've got the super moon, and then we have the water element. It's all very intense emotionally. It can even be overwhelming. Very overwhelming emotionally. And so whatever good news is coming through is definitely going to be able to kind of level things back out. You may have even had a sense that this time in your life was coming. We got the 8 of Swords. We're finding out some more information about this this good news that's coming in. It's definitely going to make you feel liberated. Like where you were once blind and now you can see. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, Page of Swords and the Devil coming up. Let's get a couple more cards, please. If this is a relationship, there may have been some cheating going on their part. Oh, too many. Cheating, dealing with addiction, some kind of an addiction. If they were cheating, it could have been because of a sex addiction, porn addiction, thing like that. Causing you to possibly have your defenses up all the time. Making you feel like you can't trust Others in relationships, in the form of relationships. We got the Hanged Man. Yeah, I'm being guided to pull you one more card. Good news is going to be bringing a lot of stuff to light for you, pile 4. Oh. And it is definitely going to be opening up the way for your soulmate to be coming into this picture. This really has the feeling of being a soulmate reading. If that doesn't resonate for you, this probably isn't your pile. Feel free to go choose another one. Because this is all about relationships. Relationships, feeling disappointed in relationships, feeling violated, betrayed in relationships, dealing with someone's dark side or shadow side constantly, like that's who they showed up as most of the time. There is going to be a period of time after this news comes where you are going to be, you're going to feel suspended. And the reason why that time is there, pile 4, is so that you can heal. Because a lot went down in this situation. A lot went down in this situation that hurt your heart pretty deeply. I mean, this feels like soul level wounding stuff. It could have quite possibly have been a karmic connection as well. Something that, you know, stemmed over from a past life, or something that you contracted with this person before you came here in order to resolve karma from a past life. But whatever happened in this situation really brought up a lot of stuff, a lot of trauma. It may have even created new trauma. But if there is something that is still hidden from you, everything is going to be brought to light. But whatever the good news is that is coming in for you, pile 4, it's definitely going to spark a time of deep, deep soul level healing for you, which is meant to clear the way for your real, true soulmate to come through. And when that connection comes through, you're going to realize why all of this BS had to happen. And you're actually, when this soulmate comes through, the soulmate connection comes through, you're going to be happy that this happened with this person, or you would have missed, you know, your true soulmate. Definitely. All right, let's get some more information. Pile 4. Let's get some more information about your good news, pile 4. Beauty. Spirit guide. Okay. Ooh. We also have peace. Okay, so quite frankly, your spirit guides are definitely wanting to come through to aid you during this time, because this is a karmic thing that you're going through right now. More so, what I mean by karmic is you and this person had a contract with each other before the two of your souls incarnated here, because you had negative influencing karma from past lives that needed to be worked out, so that you could continue on the path that your soul is supposed to be continuing on. And this negative karma that is from past lives, with that karma still being in your records and in your energy, would not allow you to open the door for what you're supposed to be doing. Like, your path is blocked because of that karmic energy from past lives. I'm not necessarily saying that you had a karmic past life with this person that caused all this pain, but I do know that you and your soul and this person's soul made an agreement before you guys incarnated in this lifetime to have this experience, so that your negative influencing karma from past lives could be triggered and healed through, so that your path could be opened up to you, and the space the space could be cleared for your soulmate to come into your life. Okay, and so, you know, your higher self is definitely wanting you to reconnect to your sense of your sense of peace, obviously. Definitely being able to even feel peace on purpose, and really allowing yourself to feel good on purpose. You know, just taking some time out every day. I mean, you can feel the pain all you want to, and then at some point you could take a break from the pain and decide to focus your energy on things in life that you have to feel good about, even if it's for 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. And then if that pain wants to seep back in so that it can be felt and processed and let go of, then go ahead and feel the pain. And then, you know, once you've been there enough, go back to feeling good on purpose again, even if it's for 2 or 3 minutes at a time. Okay? Because your spirit guides are really, and your higher self, they're really wanting you to reclaim your sense of self-worth, your sense of worthiness to be loved, and definitely they're wanting to bring you a sense of peace about this situation. They really want you to get a vision for your future, so that will help you put all of this into perspective, so that you can let go and move on. And for some of you, if you're seeking closure directly from this person, your spirit guides are telling you don't need closure from this person. You just need to make peace with what happened between the two of you, and ask yourself, what is it you're needing as far as closure goes from this person? Because honestly, if you really stop and think about it, there is nothing that this person can really say or do that will really bring you that sense of closure. If you're needing this person to tell you that you were good enough, but you know they were the problem, well, you don't need that person to tell you that. You can already know that without hearing it from their mouth. And that's part of what the good news that may be coming in is to give you and show you that perspective. Like, you don't, and the good news that's coming in may be giving you that sense of closure that you're needing, and in which doing so, it'll help to empower you that much more. Because being able to provide yourself with a sense of self-worth, and being able to provide yourself with closure, that's giving yourself power, which is so priceless. Not needing those things from this person or anyone else for that matter, it really puts you in the position to be a lot more picky about the next person that you're going to allow in your life in this capacity. And I do feel like, you know, the universe is, and your higher self is wanting to tell you, you are extremely, extremely beautiful. Possibly physically, but if not, you know, if you don't consider yourself to be a very attractive person physically, your spirit guides and higher self are letting you know that your inner beauty, your energy is going to feel very attractive. It's going, once you heal from the situation and you really embrace who you are at a soul level, the way that you show up energetically is going to make you a very attractive person, even physically, because you're just going to glow. And it doesn't matter what kind of light it is. In the darkness, all lights are beautiful. Okay? All right, let's pull some more cards, pile 4. Talk to me, pile 4, about this good news. We got spider spirit, so make your dreams real. separate from this person in this situation. This person may have shattered your dreams or your expectations of what you were wanting with this specific person, but you can still have the dreams of having that relationship that you wished you could have had with this person, with somebody else, okay? With your actual, real, true soulmate. This soul that you contracted with to be your real, true soulmate for this lifetime. We also have Dear Spirit says bring a gentle touch. So just be really gentle with yourself during this time and try not to be too hard on yourself. Lord knows it seems like maybe this person, maybe they weren't directly like physically or, you know, like verbally abusive towards you, but it was just the actions, what they were doing and what they weren't doing probably left you feeling very emotionally, mentally, spiritually battered, right? Here we got Cow Spirit, the miracles are endless. Yes. I love these messages coming through for you, Pile 4. We got Fox Spirit, think on your feet. And then we also have Canary Spirit, sing your own song. And that could be literal. That could be literal. You might be somebody who has a deep connection to music, whether you sing it or not. But you really need to focus on doing the things that bring a soothing, healing, feeling energy to your heart space, Pile 4. Definitely. And I love these messages here, like miracles are endless. If you're having a hard time thinking that you can never be happy with someone again, spirit guides in your universe, the universe and your higher self are telling you there's literally endless options out there. The miracles are endless, and it's not just in relation to who you might be with in a relationship sense, but what you are capable of producing. Like, one of my favorite sayings in the whole world is that I am the power that creates and manifests miracles. And if I can create miracles, I can create anything else, right? And so whatever you're feeling hopeless about, whatever you think you can or cannot achieve, just know that you can produce and create miracles, okay? And just be very gentle on yourself during this time, you know, just very forgiving. This beauty card here really gives me a sense of a need to really shower and pamper yourself, you know, do things for yourself that you may not have been able to do for a while. Take yourself on a, you know, a little mini shopping spree, you know, update your wardrobe. You know, spend some time at the gym, make sure you are nourishing your body in the right way and drinking enough water. Just really taking care of yourself and reparenting yourself because you deserve it, okay? Even if you're not feeling like it at this time, do it anyway. If you've got pets or you have children, you know that you still have to feed them regardless of how you feel. So do that for yourself as well. Even if you're not feeling like, you know, going out for a walk, do it anyway because the fresh air is going to do you good, right? So it's like reparenting yourself, taking really good care of yourself during this time. And just know that your dreams, this person may have shattered your dreams, but that's not going to stop your destiny from unfolding, okay? Let's get one more card for pile 4. Where did you go? All right, and so we got more peace coming through. So if you're feeling, especially in your heart space, if you're going through a very difficult time right now, being able to just breathe, that's what you're needing to do. That's like the most basic form of self-care, is allowing yourself to breathe deeply and start from there. Just stop for a second and drop out of your mind where all your fears and your anxieties are at. And drop into your body and your heart space and breathe from your heart space, in and out of your heart space. What that's going to do, especially, and do this by closing your eyes. You close your eyes because your brain takes up about 85% of your your eyes, your visual eyes take up about 85% of your brain's energy. So when you close your eyes and then you focus your attention on your body, breathing in and out of your heart space, that is an automatic way to soothe your central nervous system. And it instantly quiets the mind because your focus is on your body, okay? So that's a way that you can connect to peace right away, even if you can do it for 5 minutes, pile 4. Do this, on a semi-regular basis, and you will train your body to soothe itself, okay? But there's some good things coming for you, pile 4, even in the midst of all this pain and all this frustration and confusion, all right? Those were your messages, pile 4. I hope they brought you clarity. I hope they brought you healing. If you enjoyed this reading, please do me a favor and smash that like button. Comment, share, subscribe if you feel led to do so. I honor the time that you spend with me, and I look forward to reading for you again. Take care, pile 4. Hi, pile 5. If you chose the citrine card, this is your reading, and what we're going to be looking at today is any kind of good news that might be coming your way in the next 3 to 5 months, okay? So this first card that we have here is going to give us an idea of what area of life this news is going to impact, and we have the solar plexus chakra, and this is all about abundance. The world is abundant when you choose to see it that way. Ooh, that feels good. That feels shiny. That feels like money. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get some more information about this good news that's coming in. Of course, abundance isn't always limited to just monetary gain or finances or, materialistic things. But that is the feeling that I am getting for you, pile 5. So let's get some more information on that. Come on. Talk to me, pile 5. Tell me about this good news. Okay. So we've got the sun. We got Mars. Ascendant. We got the water element. Okay. So up to this point, pile 5, there may have been something going on in your life that feels like a wrench that was thrown in the engine of things. Someone or something going on, like a sense of competition, but not like sporty or, a good sport competition, but like somebody that's very, what's that word? Someone very aggressive. Very competitive, but in a toxic way. Like someone who's very, God, what's that word I want to use? Very cutthroat. This could be somebody too in a leadership position or someone of authority. That could be making you question your own ability, your own capability, your own worth, your own skill set, or your own talents. Let's see. This Ascendant card. Is this regarding pile 5's first impression that was made? There is gossip going on. Okay, so something about it, the first impression that you made. Let's get some more clarification. I'll pull some tarot for that one. I get a feeling this person, you can't, there's this person, this cutthroat. Well, obviously, if they're cutthroat, you cannot trust them for nothing. Maybe the good news coming in pile 5 is that this person is going to be leaving or relocating, somehow just moving out of your experience somehow. Tell me about this first impression. That's too many. I just need one card. This could also be talking about this person makes the, okay, so this person wears a very, you see behind the mask. That's what's going on here. It's not so much your first impression, it's your intuitive, like, you know, you have an intuitive feeling, you know what's behind the mask. And maybe that's part of why this person is so against you, is because you see past the bullshit. This person may not be like a direct boss to you. They can be somebody kind of in a competitive position to yours, but they have that leader, like they want to be the boss. They want to be the leader. They want to control. And it's like they're going to go to any lengths to be able to do it because they're a control freak. They put on a really good front, but you see right past that. Yeah, see the moon and the water element right there together. You saw right past that mask. I don't know if you know, maybe said something to someone else that may have gotten back to them, but it's like I have a feeling they've got it out for you. Because they can't pull one over on you. Your lie detector is too strong. Your bullshit detector is too strong. You have that natural ability to sense fakeness, to sense flakiness, to sense the truth behind, the true intention behind the action. And you may have even warned a few people to like kind of watch out for this person. And maybe they got wind of it. And if they didn't get wind of it, it's just they know. They can't pull one over on you. They know you're watching them like a hawk. Because you don't trust them, and rightfully so. This person is willing to do anything to either gain power or maintain power. May have possibly even been someone that you may have known before, may have possibly have gone to school with, or had some kind of a past with. And if that's not the case, this is definitely triggering some stuff from your own past experiences. And that's kind of like a lesson that can be learned here for you, pile 5. That's kind of like the mess and the message. I do feel like the news that's coming out has something to do with this person being moved out of your life in some way. whether you're going to be moved out of their experience or they're going to be moved out of your experience. It's going to bode better for you. I'll just put this over here. Okay. Yeah. I think they're going to be relocated. And you're just going to stay posted up, just enjoying the fruits of your labor. And this person is this person's going to be left out in the cold somehow. So they might be they might be relocating entirely to a whole new different town, a whole new different place of work, even if it's just a whole new department. They're going to be removed from, like, the universe is going to deliver that gift to you by delivering them completely out of your experience. Yeah, and I don't think it's like they're moving departments or, moving whatever. It's like they're going to be completely separated from you. Like, you're in the garden, they're outside. You're enjoying the fruits of their labor and they're left out in the cold, basically experiencing the karma for all of their actions towards you and other people too, because this person has a knack for racking up negative karma for themselves just because of how they are behaving towards other people. The good news is, though, and you've got, like, here's the card of wealth and the card of abundance. You're going to be, like, the good news that's coming in is you're going to be feeling, like, very comfortable just living your life. Nothing to worry about. Your mind and your heart are completely at ease. Yeah, this person's going to be completely removed out of your life. Let's draw some more cards. For some of you, this person can be rather ruthless. Like, they don't care. They'll risk anything. They'll do anything. And you literally would not be able to trust this person within an inch of your life. Here we've got Moth Spirit, surrender now. Like, this situation feels very restricting, very... Like, I can imagine some of you, before you're, like, if this is a work situation you're having to deal with, or if it's not even a work situation, if you are stuck in a situation where you're having to consistently be around someone who's bringing you grief and you just feel zero peace when you're around. This could be a roommate. It could be, not just a coworker, but like a roommate. Maybe you're living with someone, where the relationship disintegrated, but you're still living together. Like, I can see you in your car just trying to decompress before you have to go and deal with the bullshit, to kind of like get your heart and your mind right before you have to face another day with this person. But the universe is wanting you to surrender. It's kind of pulling your energy off the person and the situation as much as you can, and just go about your life, go about your business, go about doing what you do every day, not paying this person or the situation any mind as much as possible. And that's going to free the universe to rearrange itself to be able to move this person out of your experience for good. By whatever means that needs to happen. The universe has the resources to do it. Trust that. Let's get some more cards for pile 5, please. We have the Otter Spirit. You are never alone. So you're not the only one that is seeing what's going on. Not only do, like, your other people in your life see this happening, the universe sees this happening too. And this person is racking up some karma. They're going to be eating from that apple here pretty soon. It says, Eagle Spirit, Spirit has your back. I just said that. The universe has your back. Yes, you are not alone. Like I said, and that actually, it's putting a smile on my face. I hope it's putting a smile on your face, because, yes, you are not the only one that senses that about this person. You're not the only one that sees that. And what's coming through is people who are in position of power above this person sees what's going on, and that's a lot of the reason why this person is going to be basically transferred out of your experience, moved out of your experience. If this is somebody that is like the boss of all bosses, then that's where this, you know, the universe comes in and is going to separate the two of you in a way that favors you, okay? So if this is a situation where this is coming from the boss of all bosses, the universe is going to move in a way that's going to allow you to leave that situation and get yourself into a better situation that favors you better in all ways, shapes, and forms, okay? Here we've got horse, spirit freedom is yours. Absolutely, I can feel that for you. Like, that's how you're going to be feeling. You're going to be feeling free, carefree, just a sigh of relief when this person is moved out of your experience for good. And then you got scarab beetle spirit with magic works through you. And that's how, partly how you're helping this to happen, because you are helping to manifest, because you are keeping your head on straight. You're not, you know, you're not stooping to the level that this person stoops to. You're to the best of your ability, you're keeping your integrity in check. And the universe sees that. People around you who are also involved in the situation see that. And so all of this is going to be working out in your favor, not theirs, okay? Because even if this person is the boss of all bosses, their ultimate boss is the universe. They are not going to get away with this unscathed, okay? They will be paying for their karma. Okay, last here we have communication. So the universe is going to come through. Someone is going to be speaking on your behalf in a very empowering way. And this could also be for you as well, where you're going to be given the words that need to be given in order to help seal the situation as far as moving them out of your way. Yeah, there's multiple things. So not only are people going to be speaking, like if there's a conflict here where this person is slandering you, they're speaking ill of you, and they're trying to ruin your reputation, other people are going to be coming to your defense. People with credibility. And then these people are also going to, aside from coming to your offense, there's more communication that is going to mirror yours about this person's, you know, what they're doing. Yeah, you're not the only one that sees what's going on. There is possibly someone who's got more influence and more power that is communicating about this person in a way that's going to get this person removed from your life in your favor. Okay, pile 5. All right, pile 5, that was your message. Those were your messages. I hope it brought you clarity. I hope it brought you some healing, closure if it's what you needed. If you enjoyed this reading, please do me a favor and hit that like button. Share, comment, subscribe if you feel led to do so. I honor the time that you spend with me. I value your feedback, and I look forward to reading again for you very soon. Take care, pile 5. Bye-bye.